Hey everybody, so this is actually a special kind of video that I wanted to post, and it's something that God has placed on my heart for a while now, and I know that I've made videos of my singing with the guitar before, and this is actually something that is far more important than any song I could ever sing, and honestly I'm ashamed that I haven't posted it before, but I debated and wrestled with God about whether or not I should actually do it, and because, you know, sometimes as a Christian it's hard to put yourself out there and talk about why you're a Christian and why you believe what you do, because you're afraid people are going to judge you for what you say and they're not going to like you, and but when God tells you to do something, you have to do it, and even if you are scared to death. So I know this video is not going to appeal to everybody, and that's okay. This is not a video to force my beliefs on anybody or, you know, to shove this idea down your throat. This is my life and why I became who I am today. And I know that I would not be who I am today without God. So this is how I became a follower of Christ. And I've always actually been raised in church. I would go to church, Sunday school, and vacation Bible school. And I thought I had gotten saved at a young age, probably around 7 or 8. I had went to vacation Bible school for a week, and I remember towards the end of the week we were talking about what it meant to be saved and going to heaven. And I really don't remember exactly what was happening, but I remember talking about it, and I thought, oh, I believe in God. I'm saved, you know. I want to go to heaven. So honestly, I think the idea was kind of placed on me, so I thought I was saved, but I really didn't get saved. And a few years later, I remember I was probably about 11. One morning I was getting ready for school, and my mom asked me, she said, "Are you saved?" And I thought it was kind of funny that she asked me that, but I said, "Yeah, I'm saved. You know, I'm saved. Sure." And ever since that moment, I struggled with my salvation for a few years. And I remember thinking, well, am I really saved? Did I ever really accept Jesus? And I remember I was 13 years old a few years later, and I was driving to a basketball game. I played basketball for the rec. I was with my dad, and we were going to the game. And we were in the car, we were talking about church and the Bible, and I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but I remember I started thinking about, what if I'm saved, what if I'm not saved, and I was still struggling, and I tried to get it out of my mind, but I couldn't, and we finally got to the place we were going to have the game, and we played the game, and I don't remember all the details, but I remember this particular game was very important to our team, and we lost, and after the game was over, I was so mad at God because we did not win this game. And I remember talking to God and saying, how could you let us lose this game? Why would you let us lose this game? You know how important this game was to me. How could I lose this game? And right then, as soon as I said it, I remember thinking, how could I be saved and talk to God like that? I'm not acting like a saved person. And I felt God start talking in my heart, and I could hear Him saying, "Lauren, you're not saved." And it scared me to death. And we left the gym. I was still upset. We got back in the car, and on the way home we talked about church and the Bible again, and I remember thinking, God, I know I'm not saved. Please let me get home so I can get saved. And looking back now, I don't know why I didn't just ask Him to save me right there in the car. Because anything could have happened. And but we made it home safely, and as soon as I got home, I took off upstairs, and I hit my knees by my bed, and I was crying, and I said, God, please save me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me for everything that I have ever said and ever done, and I know that I've sinned. So please forgive me so that I can live with you. And I got up, and I was bawling my eyes out, and I went downstairs and I told my mom and dad, I said, I just got saved. and they thought I was saved, and I thought I was saved before too, so it was kind of a shocker. But that was when I got saved, and I know I said I should have asked God in the car, because I may not have made it home. What if I would have been in a car accident, because I knew in my heart that I would not have went to heaven if I would have died that night. And once you have accepted God, this peace just comes over you, and when you experience God's love, it's like nothing you've ever felt in your life before, and it's something that you can't really explain to people until they've experienced it for themselves. And so that's when I got saved. And even though you become a Christian, you're still going to have struggles in your life, and you're still going to have hard things come your way. And the thing to do is to trust Him. And I was saved when I was 13, so I still had my whole teenage years to experience. And I was a good kid. I never gave my parents any trouble or anything. I never got arrested. I never did drugs or came home drunk or anything like that. So I hear a lot of people tell their testimonies, and they have this amazing 180 that they did, and I didn't have that. I feel like I was still kind of the same person, but even though I did not have an amazing testimony like people I've heard before, my testimony is amazing because it's what God did in my life. And even though I was only 13, I haven't had a chance to get out and do stuff in life. I was not perfect. And I was not sinless. And God still took my life, and He turned it into something amazing. And I've experienced things too that I really don't want to get into, just because I don't want to take away from the meaning of this video. But growing up, my sister and I, Hannah, we've experienced things, and I would not be who I am today had I not had God. Because there's things that are going to happen to you in your life, and you have a choice to either lean on God or do it your way. And there's no telling who I would be today if I had not leaned on God. And it's hard to be a Christian, in high school and stuff, because you want people to like you. And you want to do things, and you want to have a good time, but you're a Christian, so you want to do right by God, and you want to do the right things, but at the same time, you want to enjoy your life. You want to have fun with your friends. And, when I was in school, I can remember I was called names. And, I was called goody two-shoes, and you're such a good girl, and things like that. And I didn't get invited to things because people knew that I wasn't going to do those things. And it's okay, and at the time it hurts, and you go home and you cry, and because you want people to accept you, and you want to be liked and loved. But now that I look back, none of that was important. And even now, I'm 23 years old, and I still struggle. I just graduated college, and it's really hard to be a Christian in the world. It is, because so many things are going on. People want you to do things that are not Christ-like. And being a Christian is more than just saying, oh, I'm a Christian. It means to be Christ-like, and that is hard, because none of us could ever be exactly what Christ was. But I'm still growing as a Christian, and I'm just so thankful for what God has done in my life. And I'm beyond blessed. And I'm still not perfect. I still sin on a daily basis, but the main thing is I know that God forgives my mistakes, and He uses them for something else. But that's it. That's how I got saved, and that's where I am today, and I'm still growing. So I hope that this video was a blessing to somebody, and thank you if you took the time to watch it. If you didn't, then you're missing out. But I hope that I've touched somebody through this video, because if I can just touch one person's heart, then I've done my job. But God is amazing, and I encourage you, if you have any questions, or even if you just want somebody to talk to, I'm here. And God's there. God will never leave you. But thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you all for your friendship and love.